welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So guys, update on FuelCell Energy, ticker FCEL. Yeah, I want to talk here about some events in the chart, and that we still have here the chance to see a massive short squeeze for FuelCell. Not financial advice, guys, yeah, but I talk here about the chart, and it's not to hype you up here or to generate FOMO, guys. This is here simply my opinion, and I show you here based on the technicals why we have here a short squeeze constellation for FuelCell. And as I said, everything what I say here is not financial advice. Please make your own due diligence. So guys, we are back here at $8.41. The all-time low for FuelCell was $4.02, guys. This is where we have been before we saw this price increasement here in 2019. FuelCell had a massive squeeze. It started here, and then this ticker was unstoppable here. In the split adjusted chart, we talk here about $4 and the all-time high, or at least the highest point after the squeeze, not the all-time high, but here from 2019 to 2021 was 800, guys, here in the $884 range. So now we're trading here at $8, so far away from this kind of top, but as I said, we have now here a constellation where we could potentially see a short squeeze. First of all, we need to understand, before I show you here my drawings, we need to know what we are dealing here with. So FuelCell is a highly shorted stock, guys. This is not a smart long-term investment in my opinion. Very risky. The short sellers are hunting this stock here, and you can see we have a short interest here of more than 27%, which simply means that the market makers or the institutions who are shorting the stock, they are not happy with the actual price. $8.41 is in their opinion too high. That's why we have here a very high short interest. In numbers, that means 5.5 million shares are shorted here officially. Yeah, we don't talk about the naked shorts or the fail to delivers and everything what they have to settle, and the actual float is now here still related to Fintel, 20 million shares, around 20 million shares, guys. And that makes it so interesting. We had here a stock split, yeah, 1-30 stock split in November 2024. That's why the float is so low and has been divided. And usually what goes hand in hand with a stock split is dilution, guys. So when FuelCell decide to dilute the stock, that could kill any momentum for a squeeze. Yeah, so when I show you this video here, this is based on the actual information which we have in Fintel. Price wise, there is of course there is no reason to dilute the stock, but when we see the market capital here of just $171 million, guys, this is not much, and based on that, I think sooner or later FuelCell has to dilute if they cannot drive the price up by any other ways. Yeah, guys, but that doesn't matter, you know, also what the news are telling here, it doesn't matter, guys. We have here some kind of liquidity zones where the short sellers or the market makers, the algos, are waiting, and that's why I think we have here still a short squeeze setup. By the way, guys, yeah, before we had this massive 2019 short squeeze, we also had here a stock split 1-12. You can see the split was executed here, and slightly afterwards we saw this short squeeze. Same constellation here. Huge sell-off, this kind of knife constellation. Yeah, I will switch off for a second here everything, that you can just simply see the chart. You can see this knife here. That was the first reaction which we had, and then you can see the stock accumulated here, build higher lows, and that was the beginning of a squeeze, guys. When we zoom in right now, yeah, and as I said, float wise, it is very interesting. We also have here something like a knife. Yeah, we recovered from that, and now it's very important, the reason also why I'm doing this video right now, because I said in my previous videos we have to come back down. Yeah, when I say we have to, that means the chance is about 90%. I said we have to come back down to $8.37, because here was one open down gap, and yeah, the algos, guys, hate open down gaps. Here was one open down gap. Here was one open down gap. When you see open down gaps in the chart, be very careful. The chance that those gaps get filled is about 90%, and it happened right now, guys. So technically, yeah, now we enable here again my indicators. You can see here the orange field is the open gap. It has been filled. That is what FuelCell had to do, yeah, in order here to build maybe some momentum to the upside, because the flip coin is, I go back here to the daily chart, The flip coin is that we have no more open down gaps, guys. There are no more open gaps which the algos have to fill, but we have here plenty of open up gaps. The closest one in the daily chart is waiting here at $63. Does that mean that FuelCell can squeeze back to $63, guys? Technically, yes. Technically, it could squeeze back to $63 if they don't dilute the stock, and of course, if here's some buying pressure coming in and the algos break here the price levels which are controlling the price. So that's why I enable now my drawings. So guys, and here we go. We do disable the indicators. Also, I think we have here some kind of date range. So next week could be very, very interesting. There is some events in the chart which makes me think that we could see here a squeeze happen next week. I usually never do that, guys, to see we expect squeezes next week. But I can say that because I often predict short squeezes here. Yeah, I upload here every Sunday my so-called hot stocks, guys. Yeah, these videos here contain tickers with very, very high short squeeze potential. There is no guarantee, but when I release those videos, I expect these tickers to squeeze in the very few next days. And we had again here one squeeze, which also took more time than I expected. I released this ticker here during the Christmas time, and you can see exactly when I released the video, the bottom was in, climbed up, and then we had here, yes, in this week, guys, our 443% short squeeze. That's why I say there is an event for FuelCell here, which could happen here next week, guys. Yeah, don't nail me on that. Don't hype FOMO in here, make your own due diligence. I just tell you that based on the chart. If you also, guys, want to see my hot stocks, my other short squeeze plays, then you can of course join in here our trading community. The most popular membership which I have is the full package membership on Patreon. Every day new members joining in, guys, and if you also want to join in, you can see the member benefits here. Then you can click the info icon in the corner to get access to this Patreon member link. So okay, guys, here's the chart for FuelCell. So still nothing changed here. I added this trend channel here for you and deleted some lines. I tried to make my charts more clean for you. Don't overload you with too many price information and stuff like that. Still, guys, in my opinion, the liquidity zone for FuelCell, where the buying algos are waiting, is here between $6.42 and $5.25, guys. That never changed. That is still the same. We had one squeeze reaction here, and that is an alignment now in with this trend channel here. I think we have this kind of trend channel pattern still active here for FuelCell. I had to adjust that because we had the stock split here. Usually I never change my charts, but in case of stock splits, of course, I have to adjust the chart since all the price levels changed. You can see here also some older lines which I drew before the split. I leave them in the chart, but I deleted here some of the fib retracements, and that's where we are, guys. So that could mean when we touch here one more time this trend channel bottom, that could bring the price back down here to $6 or even lower, depending of course on the day. But price wise, as I said, the open gap has been filled, so I can delete this line. We don't need that anymore, the orange line here. And the trend channel bottom here could act as a squeeze trigger for FuelCell. When we see what happened here back in 2019, we had a huge shakeout below this trend channel. Even this can happen, guys. Yeah, here is no guarantee. That's why you always have to work with a stop loss. This is just what I can recommend if you want to be successful in trading in the long term. Please work with a stop loss, and that could mean that we come here much lower. Yeah, $3, $4, even $2. Yeah, it is possible, but as I said, for now, yeah, the buying liquidity zone is this green box here, and this is between $6.40 and $5.20. Yeah, and I would set my stop loss very tight below that price level here, and that's what I'm waiting for, that we have one more touch point here to the trend channel bottom. I think it was more or less the same here. So we had this shakeout here back in 2019 after the reverse stock split. Shakeout, we tried to come back once, we failed, then we gapped up here. As you know, guys, open gaps have to get filled. We gapped up, we came back, closed the gap, accumulated here, and that was $8.95, guys. Here $8.95. Now we're trading at $8.40. So that is possible that here already is something like a technical bottom. But as I said, the all-time low was $4, so it is also possible that the price comes much lower. But as long as they don't dilute the stock, I think we have here a very, very good chance to see a short squeeze for FuelCell. And the resistance level, which I see in the chart, the strongest resistance level is first $10.32 and $12.17. So when we break those price levels, we have a chance to squeeze back here to the main resistance zone, which is $18. And then when we see the top of this trend channel pattern here, then even prices of $27 would be possible. Everything within this trend channel pattern, guys, let me be very clear, is not a huge short squeeze. This is an algo squeeze. So the, let's say the technical range here for FuelCell is about 370%. Of course, short sellers start to cover here some positions or settle the fail to delivers. This is the reason why this kind of squeeze will get initiated. But as I said, this is not a short squeeze, guys. A short squeeze will be when we squeeze out of this trend channel. Then much, much higher price levels are possibly here for FuelCell. And as I said in the beginning of the video, even this open gap at $63 would be technically a possible price target. But of course, the chance that this happens is very, very low. The short sellers are behind the stock. The short interest is 27%. Don't take that too easy, guys. Yeah, yes, we have short squeeze potential, but they will do everything to bring the price down and hold the price down. And they have a lot of technical options how to do that. Okay, guys, that was my update for you on FuelCell. I hope that was helpful. If you want to copy the price levels here from my chart, this is everything based on TradingView. If you also want to get that program, guys, I can highly recommend that. Then you can use here my $15 discount link on the premium tier. When you click the info icon in the corner, you get access to the $15 TradingView discount link. So guys, that was my update. I hope that was helpful for you. If you don't want to miss any updates on FuelCell or my other short squeeze stocks, then please hit the like and subscribe button right now. I appreciate your support, guys. Thank you for your time and see you in the next video. Arigato gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.